Hello everyone, and welcome to the MapleStory subreddit's unofficial version 159 training guide. Now for this first bracket, most of the currently available jobs already start off at level 10, and you pretty much have your first job advancement. There are a few exceptions, some of which are the explorers, so I wanted to give you this demonstration on how straightforward it is. I'm just following the initial quests, just talking to all the NPCs, and as soon as I finish, I'm going to be level 10 once I arrive at Victoria Island. From levels 10 through 30, you're essentially going to spend your time in this Golem temple area. There are several maps that are all adjacent to each other, and depending on your level or your damage output, you can opt to one over the other. Generally speaking, though, the red mixed golems are the most common ones, as you see here. And then you can go ahead and get your second job advancement. I believe that once you reach level 30, you get a light bulb quest on the left hand side that asks you to go to Gold Beach. If not, you can go to the NPC which was at the beginning of this cut, and it'll take you here, and then you're gonna come to this map with these purple clams and go all the way to level 40. Now the nice thing is that because Gold Beach is such a nice low level area, for the next levels 40 through 50, you're just going to go a couple maps over all the way to the right, where these orange octopus are, and you're going to stay here until level 50. It is also worth mentioning that around 46 you can get free levels all the way to 50 if you complete all of Tot's quests until that point. So if you like to go that route, you can do that as well. Now that you're level 50, there's really good news. A, you're very close to your third job advancement, and B, you get to train at one of the best training places in all of Maple, and that is the Copper Drakes. They're a very popular area, and it's for good reason. And because of this, you're going to start at a very early level, which is going to be very painful. They do high amounts of damage if you don't have defense for it. It's worth noting that if you do come here in the early 50s, make sure you bring lots of health potions if your class does not have a self-healing source, because they can be very painful and very costly for your budget. Now that we're level 70, we're finally going to get away from Victoria Island, and to do so I'm going to take the interdimensional portal to Megacia, where we're going to go just 2 maps over, and we're going to train for the next 30 levels on these sand rats / scorpions. Now, again, if you come here at the early levels of 70, 71, 72, you're going to be missing a lot, similarly to Copper Drakes, and you're also going to be taking high amounts of damage. But if you stick through it, it's going to be very rewarding, and you're going to do this all the way to level 100 and get your 4th job advancement. Now that you've reached level 100 and you have your 4th job advancement, you want to put your skills to the test by going to Zakum twice a day. Now, for some reason, this was the only suggested comment in this particular level bracket, but if you make sure that you do it twice a day without skipping it, in at least normal mode, it certainly shouldn't take you very long to get to 110. For levels 110 through 120, you're going to do what's called the Monster Park Extreme, alternatively known as MPE, where you can get 3 free tickets every day. And all you have to do is create a party, you jump in here, and you have an entire map to yourself with great experience rates. From levels 120 to 130, we're going to travel to the Moulin Gardens. We're going to head east several maps, where we're going to pay a visit to the captain and the crew. Now, this spot I feel is not as popular as it once was, but then again, that could probably be said about any other map. It is still good nonetheless. Now that you're 130, you're gonna head back to Zakum. Hopefully by this level bracket you can solo the normal difficulty if you couldn't in the previous. Make sure to bring some all cure potions because they will make your life a lot less miserable. For levels 140 to 150, we're gonna head over to Leafre to the Starforce Dark Wyverns. And make sure that before you come here that some of your gear is scrolled and enhanced, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Similarly, at 150 to 160, you're going to want to have even more enhancements on your gear, and you're going to head on over a couple maps to the Starforce Skelegon / Skelesaurus. Once you hit level 160 is when the real grind begins, and that's because there isn't a vast selection of places to train at higher levels. So you will want to come over to the Night Stronghold in the Temple of Time, and you have to do a couple of prerequisite quests in order to get in. Alternatively, I do believe you can get doored in if you don't feel like doing them. Alright, now we get to the fun stuff, party quests. I'm personally a big fan of party quests. They were a really big thing when I first started playing the game, and I think they're one of the few remaining things that add a sense of community to the game, which was also a big part when I first started playing. This example is the Romeo and Juliet party quest, which starts at level 70, and I highly recommend coming here the moment you hit level 70 because it is incredibly efficient at leveling, and you just do 3 very easy stages at the beginning, and you just grind away in this current stage that I'm in until the timer runs out. Even though I already showed you this earlier, I wanted to reiterate Monster Park Extreme that you can do from levels 100 to 140 as sort of a pseudo party quest. That's why I'm including them in both. And lastly, once you hit 140, you can essentially graduate from the 2 previously mentioned party quests and go to Dimension Invasion, which I believe is a light bulb quest that you get on the left hand side. And that's that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving me suggestions on the Reddit thread. Thank you for upvoting your favorite comments and your favorite training spots. And I hope that I was able to please most with the highest rated comments. Thanks again.